Hello. This is some advice for these trying times that I've written down in my journal. With the world getting crazier and more hard to live in, we cannot ignore what's happening. But by making the effort to be happy, hopeful, and create and feel and love while caring for ourselves, it's the biggest act of rebellion to not be bogged down and crushed, essentially, by what's happening around us. Not letting the actions and voices of horrible people bringing them down in fear or worry. The world feels so heavy right now and so hopeless, but we cannot fall down that hole of desensitization, where horrible things are treated without care or emotion. Be sensitive. Cry, feel, write it down, it helps. Don't let these hateful losers make you scared. Don't let them make you scared. They're weak, pathetic, and it's showing through their insecurity, through their mind, body, and actions. It's all insecurity for these hateful people that just, want to see the world burn, and the stockholder and their shares and everything. It's just they're weak, insecure, and have no spine. We can't let their actions and what they say about people of color, Mexicans, Latinos, and essentially everyone. We can't let that bring us down, because we will never see ourselves how they see us. Be proud of your culture, your language, and your traditions. Don't let these gross, hateful people tear you down and make you feel less than. These are the voices of men who are PDF files, rapists, cannibals, and miserable people who do not deserve to experience the beauty of life and all of its wonders, joys, sorrows, woes, and everything. They don't, by being so hateful, they don't deserve to experience all the good that life can bring you, they do not deserve the beauty of life. Remember to take care of yourself mentally and physically. Stay hydrated. Focus on you. Find a hobby or something that makes you happy, because we have to find our happiness from within us, and stop the doom scrolling. It is that damn phone. It is the phone, really. It's the being bombarded with horrible news after tragedy. It messes with your head, and it just brings you down, makes you feel hopeless, helpless, and small. And do something good for you in real life, because you are more than your phone. The person right there, you right here, watching, hopefully. You are more than your phone. If you just put it down, turn it off, there's so much more to you than what you put out on the screen, There's just so much more you that you can discover and learn to love if you just get off of the phone, because it just eats away at your time and doesn't make you feel good. So why would you do something that doesn't benefit you and doesn't make you feel good? I love you. Keep telling yourself positive things. Stay safe. And remember, the world needs your authentic you. The you that the world told you to change, We need your you. And just your true self. Because with everything going on, is just you know, people not enjoying themselves, not experimenting with anything, with life, like just being miserable and sad and just not enjoying themselves. And it's really hard to, because like the world feels so heavy. I was feeling it earlier. I was just sitting on my bed and I was just like, wow, it just feels so like it doesn't feel real. It's like, you know, it's like when you go to bed and then you wake up in that cold sweat. You just like, you wake up, oh my, it feels like that constantly. Just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing, and the phone, it really does exacerbate it, I feel. And it's just good to take time for yourself, because you cannot, it's like with your car, you can't drive like 100 miles on like less than half a tank, oh well, no, I don't think you can. No, that's insane. On like 1/4, you can't. Oh, I don't know anything about cars. But it's just like, you can't just keep going and going and going and going without taking time to rest, because then you're just gonna end up with a shittier outcome. Really, it's important to take time for you, your loved ones, your family, your community, and the people around you, because you can't make good change in your life or in someone else's life without you like bringing it out, if that makes sense. You have to make the concerted effort to slowly change and improve your life for you and everyone around you, but mainly for you, because you just can't do it sad. You can't make good change in your life or in someone else's life by being sad, miserable, and just not doing anything, just sitting in the sorrow, sitting in the depression. You can't, you have to grow from that into a beautiful flower that makes your environment and the people around you better, in a sense, So, with that being said, it's just, with everything going on, again, it's just hard to just be here, just not check out, but it's like, you really can't, because then it's just like, once you check out, will you ever check back in? Are you just gonna go through life floating, without feeling, without thinking, without just nurturing yourself? Are you just gonna like float like a balloon, and just like it constantly just goes and goes, and then it like winds down, and then it gets lifted back up, just like with no direction? It's something else moving you, it's not yourself, it's the wind. So yeah, again, it's just hard, but it's like, you have to make that effort, you have to make that change, because without it, it's just, you're just gonna collapse into the sadness of it all, the depression of it all, and it's just not good for anyone, including you. And also, don't let yourself become desensitized to what's happening in the world. It's like, you be sensitive, you can cry about it, write it down. It does help, writing. It takes it off of your mind. But because I have a younger brother, younger brother, and it's just, and with TikTok and the internet and YouTube and all of that, it's just, how do I say that? It just, everything's a joke now. That's what I feel like, like, especially on TikTok. Like, that's why I don't go on TikTok anymore. I try and avoid it, because just like everything that's what's happening, like these like really serious things like the files and the victims from it, and what's happening with war and everything is just like taken as such a joke, which it's not good, and it's just really scary seeing how, well, I mean, they're kids, but it's just, well, I mean, I'm still a kid, but, a little older. It's just really scary how everything's seen as a joke. There is no sensitivity when it comes to it. It's just like jokes and jokes and jokes. And then you become so desensitized to it because it's played off as a joke so many times that you're just like, oh, well, why are you like talking about that? It's just a joke. When these things happening are like, they're not funny, they're not meant to be joked about, especially with the files. It's just people making TikTok edits of, and it's just like, I'm just like sitting there just like, what happened? Like, where's are you not like Sigma edits of Epstein, like, and so like black pill edits and stuff. I'm just like, it just makes me worried, but at the same time, it's just like the people that find that humorous are just not people I would like to be around. But it's just scary knowing that they exist, it's just looks bleak, but I'm a very hopeful person, and I do hope things will improve for, everyone. And it might be delusional, but at least I feel like, because I'd rather be delusional than succumb to the like nihilism-ish things that people say, where it's just like, nothing's ever gonna get better. And the world sucks, and they're destroying it, and there's nothing we can do, and we should all just give up. It just makes me go like, if you truly do not believe in anything and that the world can get better, or that good change can come, and you're just like, nothing's ever gonna improve, let's just all just give up. It's just like, in the least offensive way, it's just like, why are you still here? Like, if everything is so bad and it's only gonna get like worse and worse and worse, like, why don't you leave while it's like not as bad, in a sense? I don't know if that was the right thing to say. But it was just like, I was just thinking about, I'm just like, if nothing's ever gonna get better and it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse, and you're playing it up like there's absolutely nothing anyone can do, it just like is weird. And I just got so like, just like, what? Like, people really like, huh? But again, I see it all like online and on specifically TikTok of all places, just like, no one really cares and everyone has a life and we should all just like move on. And it's just like about these like serious things. I'm just like, move on. Like, it's so like, is it bots or is it like really stupid people? It just makes me like go like, oh, like I never feel good about it. Or it's like TikTok stopped being fun and it's just like rage bait, racism, all these horrible things, homophobia, transphobia, all these like awful things. I'm just sitting there just like, when did it, like, what happened to like the stupid trends that were like vaguely amusing? Why is it all just like hate? Well, the world has gone more hateful, but it's just like, you can reasonably make like your life better by not succumbing to the hate, and just being hopeful and believing in yourself and making good, small, consistent change in your life to like, combat I would say the people trying to like drag you down and make you feel sad and miserable, like, and exacerbate it. I feel like that's really just the internet now. It's just like it's either a distraction from reality, a bad one at that, or it's just people just being like, you should just give up and not believe in anything because it's not gonna get better. And it's like, it's not gonna improve. Like, it's just not gonna improve. And it's just like so crazy. Because it's like, I could understand how people feel that, of course. But I'm just like, if nothing's ever gonna change, like why are we here? You know what I mean? Like why? And so that was me rambling, and because I wrote down earlier because I was feeling heavy about the world, and I was just like, like, it just feels so heavy on the heart. And yeah, I just wrote about it. I said my little things, and yeah. So I think that this is gonna be the end of the video. Remember to take care of yourself. In any way, make slow, positive changes in your life. To start, I would say maybe set a timer on the phone, And yeah, just do you, be you, unabashedly, unashamedly, if that's a word. Just don't be ashamed of you and all that comes with you, Be creative, write, create, especially during these times where it just feels hopeless and you need to put your energy into something, a hobby, writing, drawing, crocheting, embroidery, because it really does help and it takes your mind off of it, but you're learning a new skill. And yeah, take care of yourself, eat well, and just know that we're gonna get through this. It's like we have to. There's like, we will get through this because I'm pretty sure we've gone through worse as humans, as a species. Right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So we will get through this. It just will take time, but don't forget to again take care of yourself and try and stay sane through everything happening. I love you, and goodbye, or good morning, good night, wherever you are. Mwah.